Okay guys, something a bit different for you. I've just received my BT television box. It's the Youview from BT, yeah. And there's no real information about it that I could find when I was thinking of buying this package, right? So I thought I'd do a little review on it, so people who are interested might learn a bit more about it. So basically, I signed up for the top-end TV package, the £10 a month one. It's called Total Entertainment or something. The top-end package, you get the Youview box, you get all the BT Sport, 21 or whatever channels are in HD, including the BT Sport. There's also a 4K BT Sport channel as well, or some of it is 4K. So let's have a look at the box. You need BT Infinity because a lot of the content streams over the internet, and you've got to have a fast internet connection. I can recommend the BT Infinity, to be honest. I get 50 meg downstream. I didn't go for the absolute top end package, the 70 something meg downstream. I went for the 50 meg downstream, and I get 50 meg, 51 meg on the tests I've done, and I get about 9 to 10 meg upstream, which is really good. It's fast enough to do some live YouTube broadcasting. I've tried that out and it works. No dropouts in a 2.5 hour broadcast. So what have we got? Well, there's the remote I can see lurking in there. Oh wait, this is an HDMI cable. Yeah, right, okay. Power supply. Ultra HD doesn't work through all your TV's HDMI ports. Oh God, I haven't got a 4K telly anyway, so that doesn't matter. Blah 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 blah. So there's the box. On the top, there's a power switch. Not focusing very well. This is it. Why not? There's a power switch, reset that is. Youview button and a back button, and then there's a 4-way switch, up, down, left, right, and a centre OK. Not sure what that's about. Around the back, the connection for your terrestrial aerial. You've got an aerial in and out. SP diff socket, that's blanked out. I don't know if it works, not relevant. No, wait, that's not HD. That's the USB, sorry. USB. There's the HDMI, beg your pardon. There's your network cable, on-off switch, power, fan. Oh God, didn't think about that. Hope it doesn't fan up and make loads of noise. There it is. So there's the box. Okay. Here's your remote, 2 batteries included. Remote. BT player button there, Youview button there. I don't know. So basically, your terrestrial aerial connects to this. You get your you get your TV content down the aerial as normal, but there's a 7-day catch-up apparently, and that streams from the internet. And then all the BT Sport and extra channels. Also, you can get Netflix through this and other things like that, which I didn't subscribe for, but I could add that. The other content streams over the internet. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put the batteries in, I'll get it wired up, and we'll see what it's like. Okay, so there's the BT Home Hub. I've wired the network lead. Okay, and there's the back of the box. So I've got the power lead in, power lead, got the network connector, HDMI going to the TV, and the terrestrial aerial. Okay. Right. And now I presume we press the button on the top, to the power button, to switch it on. I'll just put the telly on first. Oh, switch on the back of the box here. There's a main switch. Can you see that? There's a main switch next to the power lead. Right, here we go again. Let's do that again. Here we go, power on. Oh, blue light comes on. As you can see, it's already attracted some cat fur from my cat. Okay, blue light comes on at the bottom. Right, so the box is on. The blue light's come on. I've powered it up. You might just see a blue light. Now the blue light's gone off. So let's go back to the TV and see if we can get a signal. Ah, there we are. HDMI 2. It's labelled as game. Choose it. HDMI 2. Nothing. Switch the box. Oh, the box is on again. Ah, there we go. Youview, nearly ready. To start tuning TV channels, press OK. Here we go. Are you sure if you stop tuning now, you won't get all the available channels? What? Why is it telling me that? Keep tuning. Okay, so it's going through the tuning now. Press OK to continue. Right, here we go. Using the remote again. OK. Boom. Okay, so next. Please read the terms and conditions. Accept. Okay, so it now says Youview is finding all the latest features and will update its software, and it's doing a software update there, you can see. To restart, press OK. Boom, here we go. Come on then. Alright, well. Oh, it's restarting. Here we go. Oh, look. BT waking up. Waking up. Here we go. Now again, this is not a 4K telly. It's a 1080, 50 inch. For a faster startup time, something about changing your standby mode in settings. Okay, it's gone off again. Now the lights come back on again. The light on the actual box down there is blue again. Oh, there's that bright screen. Okay, now we're back where we were before, with the router and internet both ticked there. Okay. It's done the software update. So, again with the remote. Next, okay, boom. Please enter the postcode below. This is optional. Why would I want to enter my postcode? Optional. Well, I'll leave it optional then. Youview would like to share your personal data with our trusted content. Don't share. Don't share. Press up to restrict access to programs that may be unsuitable for younger audiences. I'm going to leave the parental controls off, but you've got an option there to set parental controls with a pin. I don't know how it works. You can put a pin in there if you want to restrict access for minors. Next. When I say minors, I don't mean those people who work in a pit. You need to enter your Youview PIN to get some services and to manage your settings. The default PIN is 1234. Please make a note of the default PIN or set a PIN. Well, I'm going to leave it on the default. 1234. Next. Energy saver is the most efficient mode for energy efficiency, but your Youview box may take a few minutes to wake up from standby. For a better balance between energy saving and fast startup, select Smart Standby mode. Right, it's defaulting to energy saver, so how do I do that? Okay, select that. Select that. Perhaps I'll left right click through them. Yeah, Smart is recommended. Okay, that's that. Next. I've set that to smart, now I'm clicking next. So 172 TV aerial channels, 98 internet channels, on-demand player and apps is ticked. See all that? Is that in focus? Should be. Done! Bam! Are we ready to rock? And, ooh! Okay guys, well there's going to be a bit of traffic noise on this because I'm running this on my TV in my house and I'm near a road. Okay, but just to show you before we start, down at the bottom, if you look at the box there, there's the box down there, and you'll see that there's a red light glowing on that centre horizontal silver line that goes across the unit. There's a blue light on the left and a red light on the right. That means it's recording. You get a red light warning you that it's recording. Now it's just finished recording and the light goes back to blue across the whole of the front strip. So anytime it's recording, that blue centre light splits in half and the right hand side goes red to warn you that the box is in the process of recording. Don't power it down. Okay? Convenient that that showed up just now. That means one recording I did is finished, which will be useful to help us in this evaluation. So here we are. Okay, now first thing, the guide. It is fantastic. It's quick, it's nippy, and it's very, very well laid out and manageable. Go into it with the guide button. All right. Now with the blue button, because there are colour buttons across the top, red, green, yellow and blue, right? With the blue button, that takes you into channel categories, just like on a skybox. All channels, entertainment, HD and ultra channels only, sport channels only, film channels only, children's only, factual and lifestyle only, news only, radio channels only, music channels only, shopping and travel channels only, adult and dating channels only, extra channels only, subscribe channels, and you're back to all channels. Okay? Now, here we are in the guide. One thing that's fantastic about this guide is that while the program guide is up, you can type in a channel, like 1, and it actually goes to the channel. On 2 of my previous tellies, if the program guide was open, you couldn't type in a number. That's really useful. It scrolls quick, okay? Starting at the top, BBC One, I'm holding the down button now. It scrolls down nice and quick. This is a little bit faster than my Samsung telly, which is only a year old, and it's got a quad-core processor. It's pretty quick. It takes time to get going, but it's pretty fast to scroll. Okay? Yep. Okay. Now, at the very top of the guide, right at the top there, you'll see like a calendar strip. It says today, Wednesday the 11th, and you can see it goes back 7 days and forward 7 days. On the remote, you use the transport button section here. There's a fast rewind and a fast forward button either side, and the red record button, as well as pause, stop, and all the rest of it, right? So with the fast rewind and fast forward buttons, that steps you through the days at the top. So we're going back a day, back another, back another, back another, back another, back another. I've gone back 7 days to Wednesday the 4th. And there's the schedule for Wednesday the 4th. Right? Oh, come on, let's get the camera thing right. There's the schedule for the current time on Wednesday the 4th, 7 days ago. Now you'll see that most of the content, unless it's American content like The Simpsons or something, or if it's news, it's on demand. It's on demand. You've got like a 7-day back channel catch-up. Yeah. Now, as I said, news channels, they're not. You can't play those. And look, but you can play. Look, the One Show there, Rick Stein's Long Weekends, Emmerdale. If you're into soaps, you know, Hollyoaks, you can play it. This is 7 days ago, right? The news there, you can't. Okay, Coronation Street, you can play. Emmerdale, you can play. So, most of the content, unless it's news or American programs, where obviously there's no licensing agreement, You can go back 7 days, scroll through any time on the guide, just like you're actually trying to choose a program on that day, and most of the time you can watch it. Right? And then you scroll through at the top the days. We're back now on today's date, Wednesday the 11th. Then you can scroll forward in days, 7 days, to set up recordings of future programs. And then once you've chosen the day, you go through the guide to the time and the channel you want, choose the channel and set it up to record. It's very, 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 very good. So we're back on today's date. Okay, and there's my channels. Now, next thing. One fantastic thing about this program guide is you can, by the way, we are going to get onto the BT Sport, right? We'll get to that in a bit, right? You can hide channels from the guide. Hallelujah, because my previous 2 televisions, one was an LG, one was a Samsung, great tellies, but neither of them allowed you to hide the channels you don't want. Well, on this you can do it, and it's so fantastic. So if I go to the blue button to categorise the channels shown on the guide, and I'm going to choose the category shopping and travel, which I never want. Shopping and travel. So now the guide is showing me just shopping and travel channels. Now I press the yellow colour button to go into edit channels. I need to put in the pin. You can set up a pin when you set the box up. I used the default pin 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if you look, every channel in the guide, and we're looking just at shopping and travel channels now, every channel next to it has got a checkbox. Fantastic. So now what we do is we simply go down the channels and check the ones we don't want with the OK button. So I don't want QVC, I don't want Ideal World, I don't want Beauty, I don't want QVC Style, I don't want the Store, I don't want any of these, to be honest. Don't want Gems, TJ, whatever they are. I don't want this rubbish. What do I want this crap for? Why would I want to look at shopping channels for entertainment, for Christ's sake? Right, I've ticked every shopping and travel channel to hide it. Now I click the yellow button again to apply. Boom. Please wait. That's it. Done. All those channels are now removed from the guide. Fan-bloody-tastic. Okay, now once you've deleted channels, you can still resurrect them. Let's go back. We're watching BT Sport 2 HD now, the tennis, right? At the top of the remote, can you see that in focus? There is a blue button there. That's the Youview button. Above it is the BT player button. Now we hit the blue Youview button there, bam, and it takes us into our Youview, which is all your settings, your recordings, everything like that. Okay, so guide, the default when you go into Youview, it shows you the guide if you press that. And if you step up, you can look at the guide, all channels, films, entertainment by categories, right? Okay, but we've also got Myview. Now this is where all your recordings live. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. Discover is simply a promotion page that promotes television shows. Tells you about new shows coming on, tells you when they're going to be on. It can be very useful, that, particularly if you're into things like dramas. Search allows you to type search for something. You have to use the number buttons like an old mobile phone doing a text. You know, like button 2 ABC, right? Help, there's a help page. And then you've got your settings. Now let's go into settings. This is very comprehensive. There's loads of them. So starting with your parental controls, you can change your PIN if you've set it to the default 1, 2, 3, 4. You can restrict adult channels, and you can then switch on, you know, restricted for your kids if you don't want your kids to get into the channels that are not children categorised, right? You've got then TV signal and quality, very comprehensive. Retune the channels. Here is where you restore your hidden channels. I've got 21 hidden channels. Just click that, start restoring, and it will restore them almost instantly, right? That's giving you the number of channels you've got, the TV signal quality, picture quality alert for internet channels. You can set an alert, you can switch that to on if you're watching an on-demand through the internet channel and the picture quality suffers because of a connection problem. an alert will pop up if you want that to happen. You can. This next one is really cool. You can offset the audio if it's out of sync with the picture in milliseconds. Right? 13 milliseconds in either direction, I think it is. That's very cool if there seems to be a problem with audio sync. Okay, back. You can set the HDMI audio format, stereo or surround, the SP-Diff audio format, stereo or surround, and then your HDMI settings, this is what it's set it to by default, UHD, 50 frames per second, 8-bit, but it can be set to 10-bit, 720p, 1080i or 1080p. Right, that's your HDMI setting. And on-demand picture quality, best available or standard definition, just leave it on the best available. So very, very comprehensive for that. Then your system information, again this is pretty comprehensive, device information, software versions, number of channels, TV signal quality, etc., network connection status and all that stuff. Device management next. Now this is interesting stuff. Auto delete recordings is on by default. This box, I've got the top of the range box, the most expensive one, gives you, as I said, there is the road outside. You get 600 hours of recording. When the recording part of your box is full, by default, the Youview box will delete the very earliest recording automatically. That can be turned off so that it, if you run out of space, you have to manually go in and delete things. Also, you can switch on a delete recordings confirmation. I'm going to switch that on because by default, when you go to delete a recording, it doesn't ask you, are you sure you want to delete? Right, okay. Then you've got your software update, update on-demand players. I've done those two already. Reset the whole box. Automatic standby time, which is default 3 hours. Standby mode, I've set it to smart, which the help, when I set the box up, it said that smart standby is the fastest to switch on. Now you've got this RF loop through, which can be switched to on, and that's useful because on the back of the Youview box is your aerial connection, but there's an aerial output connection, so you can pass the aerial signal through the Youview box to your regular TV tuner. Then if you want to, you can have your TV in regular TV mode and use your onboard tuner, or switch to an HDMI channel and watch the Youview box. It's entirely up to you. And then mobile devices. Now this is very interesting. You can download the Youview app to your mobile phones, and up to 5 family members can browse and set recordings from any location. Very, very, very cool. That is very, very cool. Okay, so that's your device management. Then you've got an info and legal page, a language page, audio language and subtitle language, network and internet page, and subtitles and accessibility. Whole bunch of stuff for subtitling there, very useful. Subtitle language can be any UK, four UK languages, English, Welsh, Gaelic, Scottish or Irish. The mini screen up at the top right, that could be switched off if you want, etc. Okay, so that's all your settings, right? Very, very comprehensive. Right, loads and loads of stuff, but the main thing, let's go back to it, is, where are we? Go back. Okay, we're still in the Youview. That's the settings. BTTV is on-demand television. You have to pay to watch movies. There's a help page there you can see as well. Players and apps. That is your different players. I have no idea how to update these, but these are the ones available. BBC ITV Channel 4, Channel 5, and even S4C. Plus there's a Netflix one if you want to subscribe to Netflix. It's all there. You just got to obviously subscribe to Netflix. Now TV, Milkshake, UK TV, and there's this one, BT, where are we? This other one, Tiny Pops as well. Now there are empty slots there. I don't know how to add additional players. Okay, then you've got your apps, and there are only 3 apps. Again, I don't know how to add additional apps. right? Sorry, I don't know. Back. Okay, now we're back to the default for this Youview, the guide, which is just the guide, right? And finally we got this, the Myview. Now this is where all your recordings and everything are. Boom, Myview. And at the very top you can switch between date or A to Z. Right, that's the only recording I've made there, fishing on the bank. It tells you when it was recorded. It tells you if you watched it or not. What's really interesting is all of your recorded programs, if you press the I for information button on the remote, it gives you the information about the program, even after it's recorded. That is really, really useful. And additionally, what's really cool is you step across to more episodes and it shows you all additional episodes. Right? Because remember, this box plays Catchup TV, 7 days. Okay? So you got that. Down at the bottom it shows you the free space available, 99% free space at the moment. Okay, so I go up to my recording and OK to play it. If I want to lock that recording, I press the yellow button. That will lock the recording. It can't be deleted unless I want to deliberately delete it and unlock it. And then if you press the del button on the remote, you can delete that recording. Okay? Then you've got, that's your recordings. Then you've got scheduled recordings. That shows you all scheduled recordings. Now what's really cool about this, let's just show this because this is brilliant. Go back to the guide. Go to 1, BBC 1, regular BBC 1. Now, let's say I want to record Coronation Street, right? So I select Coronation Street and press the red record button, but I want it on ITV HD. So let's go and use the blue button to filter out and just show only HD content. Boom. Scroll up. It's on the sport channel at the moment. Come on, where's my ITV HD? Here it comes. ITV HD. Right, there we go. Scroll forward. Coronation Street in HD. Red record button on the record section here. That red record button. Hit it. Boom. Record only this episode or record this series. Now this is nothing new. My TV does this. If I plug a USB drive or USB key in the back, it will record and it will ask me this. Do you want to record only this episode or record the whole series? Now I'm going to answer, record only this episode. Right, well it did it. Let's R again. Yeah. Cancel this recording because I've already set it to record. I can cancel it. Now I'll record again. On Coronation Street. Record only this episode or record the whole series. I'm going to set record only this episode. Boom. Now once you've done that, you can select the program with the red record R next to it, because you'll see now if I zoom in, there's a red record R there next to Coronation Street, right? So I've set it to record just that episode. But anytime I can go into the guide here, choose that program with the red record scheduled to record, press R again, and it will ask me, do you want to update to record the whole series? Or I can go into my Youview, where I have all my recordings here, Myview, boom, that's what I've already recorded. There's my scheduled recordings, Coronation Street, step up to it, and again, press the red R to edit that recording, and here I could also switch it to, no, you know what, record the whole series. And then underneath, it comes up, Coronation Street, series record. Right? Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So anytime you can update a show that's scheduled to record the whole lot of a series. Very, very, very cool. And now let's just finish up by looking at the sport, the BT Sport. I've got the BT Sport package. So if we go to the blue button, filter the channels just to show sport. And here's all my sport, right? Now let's go to the beginning. Okay, so starting with BT Sport 1, this is SD. So you've got BT Sport 1, 2 and 3 in SD. Then you've got BT Sport ESPN, which is American sport, basketball and football and that kind of thing, in SD. Then Eurosport 1 and 2 in SD. Then we get to the BT Sport HD channels. There they are. There's 4 of them. Right? 1 HD, 2 HD, 3 HD and 4 HD. The 4 is the BT Sport 4 HD also does Ultra HD 4K if you've got a compatible television. Then we get into ESPN HD, Eurosport 1 and 2 HD. Then we've got Sky Sport 1 and 2 HD. Now these channels are visible, but I haven't subscribed. They can be removed if you want. I'll do it now with the yellow edit button. Put in the pin 1, 2, 3, 4, and I now tick Sky Sport 1 and Sky Sport 2. Apply. They're no longer in my list, but they can be resurrected any time. Come on. There we go. Okay, so BT Sport HD. So there's the 4 HD Sport. Then ESPN HD, Eurosport 1 and 2 HD. Now after that, we get these strange 6 BT X channels. BT Sport X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 in standard definition. Now nothing is shown on these. I don't know what they're for. Possibly for extra events, pay to view, I don't know. After that comes the same X channels in HD. 1 X1 HD, X2 HD, X3 HD, X4 HD and X5 HD and X6 HD. Then there's this thing, oh, hang on, we're back to regular, we're not, yes, no, we're still in sport. Front Runner, I don't know what this is. And then Sky Sport 1 regular, not HD, so I can filter those out as well if I want. Yellow button, put in the pin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tick that, tick that. Now they're gone with apply, boom, done. Okay. Now, those extra BT Sport channels, the X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, both in regular and HD mode, I haven't figured out whether they play anything. They don't have anything in the scheduling, but what's interesting is this. Let's go to BT Sport 3 HD, which is currently showing a French football match, right? Boom, select it. Now this BT Sport 3, whether you're in HD or SD, down the left hand side shows the league stuff. It goes through the leagues, Bundesliga, Liga 1, etc., right? But at the bottom is a promo thing that pops up telling you upcoming sport. Rugby tonight, 8 o'clock. NBA tonight at 3:30 in the morning on 2 HD. Cricket tomorrow night at 3 in the morning on 3 HD, Australia versus Pakistan. That's really useful having that little thing on the side there. There's a programme called BT Sport Score, Saturdays at 2:30. Premier League action, Leicester versus Chelsea. Fantastic, I'll be watching that on 1 at 5 o'clock Saturday. Premier League Tonight show, 8 o'clock. So it gives you promotion on the bottom left there, and the leagues scroll through on the right. Now, if you think, I don't want that on the left, I want to watch this French football match in full screen, then what you do is you go to the guide and scroll, you go to the guide and scroll down to this BT Sport X6, either in regular or HD. I'm going to go for the HD one. BT Sport X6 HD. You can remember it, it's channel 470. You can type it in. Boom, hit that. And this seems to give that same BT Sport 3 HD channel, but without the sidebar. So you can watch the match in glorious HD without that annoying sidebar if you don't want it. But that only seems to happen on the Sport 3 channel. All right, if you go back to the guide and step up to the regular BT Sport channels, right? So here's BT Sport 1, cricket. Now that doesn't have the sidebar. It might have on some programs, I don't know, but this is it at the moment. Okay. And then BT Sport 2 HD, tennis. Again, full screen, full HD, fantastic picture quality, it really is superb. No sidebar. But as soon as we get to this third channel, BT Sport 3, which seems to show mostly foreign football, European football, then we get that sidebar, which can be useful, as I said. But if you don't want it, if you want to watch that channel without the sidebar, just type in 470 and you go to that BT Sport X 6 HD, same channel but without the sidebar. Really cool. Yeah, so the sport is just fantastic. I mean, alright, let's just watch this a bit. The picture quality is superb. Absolutely superb. It's easily as good as Match of the Day on BBC One HD, crisp. I'm running this on a 1080 telly. It's not a 4K telly. Sometimes 4K cheaper tellies can have bad movement. I don't find a problem with this at all. There's no smearing or juddering or artifacts around things that are moving. It's nice and clear. And this is the screen. The TV screen is in standard mode. This TV does have a football mode there. Now the TV is in football mode. That's the TV in football mode, right? I'll take the TV out of football mode. It's a bit fluoro. There we go. It's a bit hard for you to appreciate the quality with the camera pointing at a screen, obviously, but it is really, really good picture quality. Go to the guide. BT Sport, these are the extra channels. So let's look at some of this tennis on Eurosport 2. Again, the picture's really good, really good. Look at that. Absolutely superb picture. Fantastic. Really nice. What a great picture. What else we got? Biathlon World Cup. I have no idea what a biathlon is, but we're going to find out. Oh God, it's reflecting me in the screen now. Oh, right. Seems to be something to do with skiing and whatever else, but there it is. Then we've got ESPN. This is the HD. ESPN. Which is talking about football, I think. Okay. Then we've got, but look here, for example, NBA The Jump was on previously. But look, there's a play button. I can play it. You don't have to record it. Yeah. So this is now streaming over the internet on fibre, and it's full HD. I mean, that's really good quality. Very good quality. So a lot of the stuff you don't have to record it. You know, you can step back and catch up. Harley Davidson go past. The rugby's still on. Wasps versus Leicester Tigers. Check that out. Picture again, absolutely beautiful on this channel. It's the 4K channel. I'm only a 1080 telly, but you can see it's a bit more crisp than the HD channels. I mean, that the grass blades are more visible. I don't know if you can see that, but the grass blades, the individual blades of grass, seem to be even more visible. It's more crisp, it seems, than the regular HD channels. It seems to be to me. Could be my imagination, but it seems to be. And there's the football match again, Monaco and Sochaux. There's the tennis, cricket Big Bash League. Let's check that. This is on BT Sport 1 HD. Beautiful. Beautiful picture. But it doesn't seem... It is really crisp, but that's an HD picture. But let's just see some of the grass. It doesn't look quite as crisp as the 4K channel, even though I haven't got a 4K TV. It's just a little bit less, fractionally less detailed on things like the grass. Okay, but anyway, there you go. If you're thinking of getting this BT Sport, it's bloody fantastic. And if you added the Sky Sport in as well, all right, it's £27 a month in HD, but crikey, you know, you'd have everything, wouldn't you? You wouldn't need Sky at all. The only thing I don't know is, can I record a channel while I'm watching another channel? Well, there's one way to find out. Right, now record with the R button. Now recording, this is BT Sport Extra 6, okay? Okay, so now the question is, can I watch a different channel? Surely I can. Which I can't on my TV. On my TV it records, but I can't do that. So let's choose 101, BBC One HD, and let's just watch that. Go straight to TV. We cannot set a reminder for this programme, but you can go straight to the channel now. That's because it's already playing. Okay, fine. Go to it. Boom. Great. So, what? BBC One HD cannot yet show progress from your area. Oh yeah, this is one of these little breaks. Sometimes BBC One HD has a little break where it can't show something like the weather or something like that. Okay, then let's go ITV Evening News. There we go, ITV Evening News. Now if I go to my Youview, Myview, there's the two recordings that I've made as Coronation Street schedule, both the individual episode and the whole series. Now here, well, you can clearly see it is recording that BT Sport 6 Extra, and it's allowing me to watch another channel at the same time, even though there's only one terrestrial lead, aerial lead, coming into the box. So very cool, very cool. Oh yeah, fine, I didn't show you the purple BT button. There's a purple BT player button there. This is on-demand BT content, streamed over the internet, right? So you've got a library of stuff, bookmarks, watching, playlists, purchases, search settings, etc. It's on demand. So this Ben-Hur film, for example, which is absolutely awful. I've seen it. It's really odd. It's a total remake of the original Charlton Heston film, but it's very odd indeed. Anyway, so if you wanted to watch that on demand, pay for it, press it, and it tells you the information. $13.99 in HD, $11.99 in SD, and you can watch a trailer. Let's watch the trailer. This is all streaming over the internet. The trailer's in HD. It wasn't a terrible film, but it was just odd. It was really, the acting was really odd. The guy in the lead was really odd. That's what it was. Okay, back. So, you know, you've got on demand if you want. I don't know how much things cost. Wham? Why would it say Wham is for me? Library. Okay. AMC, which I presume is a channel. Breaking Bad, things like that. The Shield, blah blah blah. Films. BT Sport. TV box sets. Kids stuff. music stuff. I don't know what this is. There's a store which is moved. Sky Cinema. Yeah, all this you'd have to pay for, etc. But anyway, that's just what that BT Player button is there. The BT Player button is on-demand content, so it's come out of it. Do you want to close the BT Player? Yes. Boom. Okay, so there you go. I really hope that's been useful, because as I said, there wasn't a lot of information that I could find about this system before taking the plunge. I went for the top end BT TV package, the £10 a month one that gives you all the HD channels, 22 HD channels plus the 4K, and that is the only one that gives you the BT Sport in HD. And you can add the Sky Sport to it, you can add Netflix, you can add all sorts of things, right? But it's fantastic, really is. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, has that been useful? I hope it's been useful. Let's go back to that football channel, 470. That's the football channel of the foreign sport without the sidebar on that BT Sport Extra 6 HD. I hope that's been useful. I think it's a fantastic system. I think it's well worth the money. The picture's fantastic. Lots of football. If you've got the money to add in the Sky Sport, then you've got everything you want. And it really is clever. The programming guide is fantastic. 7 days of on-demand catch-up for most programs apart from American imports. And news. 600 hours of recording. Fantastic on-screen guide. Very, very good. Best one I've used other than Sky. It really is good. Hideable channels. Good recording management. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. So I hope that's useful. That's the BT TV box, top of the range one, the HD one, which also does 4K, with the Sport HD package, the BT Sport HD package. And I hope that's been useful to you. And my recommendation is get it if you've got the BT Infinity. It's really good value. Okay, see ya.